He stopped texting back. He pulled away. He shut down. And you assumed. You assumed he didn't care. But what if I told you? He cared more than he could handle, and less than he could say. See, the thing no one really talks about is this. Men have feelings too. Men are sometimes prisoners of their own feelings, not because they don't feel deeply, but because they were never given the keys to express those feelings freely. They carry pain they can't name, emotions they don't feel safe admitting. Regret, fear, longing, sadness, all locked up behind a wall of silence. Because that's what they were taught. Real men don't cry. Real men don't need help. So instead of speaking, they withdraw. Instead of reaching out, they shut down. And over time, that silence becomes a prison. A quiet place full of noise, where their heart is loud, but their voice has no door to get out. They want to talk, but they don't know how. They want to be held, but feel like they're not allowed to ask. They miss people they pretend to be over. They hurt in ways they'll never post about. And while the world calls them cold, distant, or heartless, inside, many of them are just scared. Scared that if they let it out, they'll never be able to put it back in again. That's the tragedy. Not that men don't feel, but that they feel so much and still suffer in silence. Not because they want to, but because no one ever told them it was okay to open the door. From the time they're little boys, they're told, be tough. Man up. You're acting like a girl. Boys don't cry. And they hear it over and over and over again. And at first it just sounds like advice. It's just words. But slowly, those words become walls. It's not advice. It's conditioning. It's programming. Programming that turns their emotions into secrets. They stop crying, not because the pain is gone, but because someone made them feel ashamed of feeling it. They stop asking for hugs, not because they don't want one, but because someone made them believe that softness made them less of a man. They build armor before they even know what love is supposed to feel like. They start believing that any emotion besides anger or silence is weakness. They feeling and thinking that being a man is about suppressing your feelings no matter what the cost is. Strong men don't feel. They fix. They move on, is what they're told. So when they're scared, they get quiet. When they're heartbroken, they isolate. When they're overwhelmed, they go numb. They watch the men in their lives suffer silently, and they grow up thinking that this is what strength looks like. This is what being a man is all about. But what it really looks like is pain with no outlet, emotions with no name, and a world that punishes them for even trying to feel, a world that punishes them for being the very thing they are, human. So no, men don't feel less. They just get fewer chances to show it without being shamed for it. What pain looks like in men. Pain doesn't always come with tears. Sometimes it comes in deafening silence. You think he moved on. You think he never cared. But what if his distance was actually a defense? What if ignoring you was the only way he knew how to cope? See, men often process pain differently, not because they're cold, but because they've been trained to hide it. This is where you help him feel assured he can be human. This is where you become his safe space, his peace. A man who's hurting might not cry, but he'll shut down. He'll overwork. He'll overthink. He'll disappear into distractions. He might hit the gym obsessively, not so much so because he wants to get in shape, but more so because he needs an outlet for what he's feeling. He might get short with his friends, or ghost the people who care, because he's drowning and doesn't know how to say it. Men aren't allowed to break publicly, so they break privately, in unhealthy ways. And that's when people say, he's toxic. But sometimes it's not toxicity. It's unprocessed grief. It's fear of being seen as weak. It's pain without permission. Why no one lets men be soft? We say we want emotionally intelligent men, men who can communicate, open up, be vulnerable. But let's be honest, a lot of people don't know what to do when a man actually shows emotion. They laugh, they freeze, or worse, they throw it back in his face later. So men learn, don't cry in front of her, she'll lose respect. Don't talk about your fears, she'll call you soft. Even in relationships, the one place they're supposed to feel safe, men are still performing emotional strength just to avoid rejection. You want him to open up, but the last time he tried, you rolled your eyes, or sighed, or walked away. So he shuts down, and now you call him emotionally unavailable. But maybe he was emotionally wounded. Not every silent man is cold. Some are just tired of being punished for feeling. Healing starts with permission. The first step in healing isn't therapy, it isn't journaling, it isn't some 10-step plan. It's permission. Permission to feel, permission to speak, permission to cry without apology, permission to let out what's been bottled up inside, permission to be human. Men need space to say, "Baby, I'm not okay. Honey, I feel broken. My love, I don't know how to handle this." And they need to know they won't be shamed for it. They won't be seen as less than for merely expressing their emotion to the one that should understand the most. Whether you're his partner, his friend, his mother, or just someone he trusts. Let him know his softness is safe. Let him know you're there for him, that he can be both strong and emotional, that real men don't bury their pain. They feel it, and then learn how to heal from it. And maybe for the first time in his life, he'll finally feel like someone sees the whole of him, not just the part that pretends everything's fine, and you'll get a different version of him. Men have feelings too, and they've always had them, but the world gave them armor instead of language, silence instead of support, expectations instead of empathy. And if we keep pretending men are emotionless, we'll keep raising boys who don't know how to love without hurting, or how to hurt without hiding. It's time to shift the narrative. Let your brother cry. Let your son be sensitive. Let your man be held, not just admired for holding it all together. Allow him to feel this and he'll fight battles for you, because you're the one who made him feel like no other has done before. Subscribe for more truth, healing, and real relationship talk. This is Love Life Spices, where we give every emotion a name and every person a voice.